Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is the Motivating Your Money radio show, and my name is Stacy Daniel. Um, you know what? I came in right when the music was playing. Let me just be quiet, let you guys hear that one more time. 30 seconds. All right. Thank you. So, you know what, guys? The reason why I did that is because I've received so much feedback in the past 7 days since the last time we were on here, and I wanted to emphasize it again. The local artists, really cool thing. This is the Motivating Money radio show. Sunday and Wednesday, we are broadcasting on internet. Intellectualradio.com. We're on iHeartRadio and Spreaker with an R.com. If you just want to listen to something while you're driving, while you're commuting, or while you're cleaning the house, whatever you're doing, I want to let you know always that you can access this replay. And then anything that I talk about throughout any broadcast, I want you guys to know that you can get more follow up or watch a replay or get each video actually have a resource attached to it. You can go to bit.ly/motivating your money to get that. Again, that's bit.ly/motivating your money in order to get the resources that go along with each live video. All right, so first and foremost, I want to go ahead and get a big, huge, super duper, stupid shout out to B Love, and he's the one who crafted my. Someone told me, girl, you got your own theme song. So I guess my own theme song. It started out as the intro for my radio show, but it just consumes me. It actually describes me in just a little bit of a tune. So I wear that that badge of honor of having a theme song. She said that's superstar status. So I appreciate that. But his name is B Love Int, and his name is B Love, and you can reach him, guys. He has songs on Amazon. It's called VEP. And his handle on Instagram is B as in boy, LU, V as in Victor, ENT as in Tom. And you can email him at blove11 at Yahoo. blove11 at yahoo.com. So I want to get that out there first. All right, guys. So again, just to let you know, we are talking about emotions. We're talking about relationships and money. Relationships and money. Here on the Motivating Your Money radio show, we talk about all things money, motivation, and mindset. And all this month, since it is the month of February, and February is Black History Month, everybody's talking about Black History. Yes, I appreciate that. I support that. But also Valentine's Day is in February because February is that makes February about relationships. So I wanted to chime into the relationship aspect of it and how that affects our money, because it does in so many different ways. And many times we don't realize it, or we don't know how to do anything about the situation we happen to be in when it comes to our loved ones, our friends, our children, our spouse or significant other. So that's what we're going to be talking about all this month. And it started actually this past Sunday, and where we talked about I went over all of the four categories that I just talked about, and I emphasized friends and money. And today we'll be talking about with different tips and tricks for you to deal with your relationship with your friends and how it may be hurting your money, or the fact that you're making money may be hurting your relationship. Or, it's a lot of different uncomfortable situations and conversations that we end up in relationships with our friends surrounding the concept of money and our wealth and which direction we're growing in, or maybe where we came from. And I want to help you with that. So if you stay tuned, I'll be providing you with 10 plus tips that you can use to find immediate solution, resolution, and ease that uncomfortableness between you and your friends. Okay, guys, I think that's important. But first, let's go ahead and go into a few other things. Make sure you go to bit.ly/motivating your money to join our free email list, so you can get freebies, weekly freebies, tips and tools and resources. You can see what my speakers are. You can see any interviews that's coming up. You can, get free information and discounted information. Don't get me wrong, it's not all free, but a lot of it is such discounts and such awesome tool that you don't even mind paying the small money that it costs. If you're on social media, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video out. If you are listening from the radio section, because hashtag replay section, social media section, and iTunes or Spreaker.com radio section, I'm giving you a fist bump. You can't see me, but I am. All right. I want to make sure to acknowledge you as well. I've been doing this show on social media for over a year, and it's a different transition to radio. So I like the way it's going, and I'm glad you guys are here. Do not take it lightly that I appreciate your presence. Okay, so let me say this. Oh, for those of you guys who are not computer savvy and you're not quite sure what bit.ly means, just go ahead and go to www.financialmotivations.com. And that's financial motivations with an S / motivating your money. That'll take you to the same place, and you'll be able to access the tools and resources that we just discussed, as well as that free email list. All right, guys. So let me tell you who this show is brought to you by. This show is brought to you by Carte Blanche Events LLC, and they're in Chicago, and they are Chicago's premier event planning and facilitation company. We are the catalyst that transcends mundane experiences into carte blanche experiences. And it's Ebony and Kimberly Purnell, their sisters, guys, and this is their motto. Remember, life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breaths away. And they want to help you increase the amount of moments that you have that do that to you, your family, and your loved ones. So feel free to contact them at contact an experienced facilitator for your free quote at 312-239-6925. And that is extension 102. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/carte blanche events. All right, guys. And if you want to have premier advertising or promotion on the radio show, go ahead and click that link and go to bit.ly / motivating your money. And we have a giveaway so that you can actually get that for free and leverage our relationships, our audience as well. What do you have that you want to let the world know about? Let me help you get your name out there. Okay. Let's see. Now, shameless plug. I will be speaking this weekend. I just need to let you guys know one last time because it's such an awesome opportunity. I feel it's going to be groundbreaking. It's history in the making. The Black Wall Street Exchange will be this Sunday, February 10th, 2019, Greenwood Cultural Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the Black Wall Street Exchange was created so that we could intentionally spread the black and brown dollar in an intentional manner internationally, not just locally, and bring about more of a reach and understanding and collaboration to bring us together. So there will be media there, guys. It's brought to you by Rose Tax Solutions, and you can reach her at latoyarose.com. She's third generation in the downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma area, which is the heart of the Black Wall Street Exchange. So meet us there. The event is free. We do have vendor tables if you would like. Alrighty. So, as you know, or maybe you don't know, guys, what we do is we kind of on Wednesday, because it's a Sunday and Wednesday show. All right. And on Sunday, we go over the details and in depth on why the concept that we're talking about that week is important to you and your family and your future. And then on Wednesday, because it's one thing to know about it and to be brought to our attention and we're excited about it or upset about it, and it's another thing to now, how do I step into action? Who wants to stay at that elevated sense, that height sense of your emotions are you looking everywhere you go, you feel kind of vulnerable at that moment. So now what can I do to change that fact? I want to be empowered. Give me some tools, give me the power to do something about how I feel right now. And so today we'll be talking about some different tips and tricks for you. Let's see here on social media. Hey, Kim, I see you. Is happy, and she states, guys, Carte Blanche Events LLC is happy to provide you and your events with the Carte Blanche experience. Hey, Cole. Hey. Almost missed it. She said, can't miss my Wednesday Money Motivator. Oh, wow. Thank you. Hey, Ebony, glad you guys are here. Welcome. If you guys could go ahead and share it out. If you are, if you're listening, and the hashtag replay crew, and you might be, on iHeartRadio or Spreaker.com. If you can leave a comment below and let me know any topics that you want us to talk about going forward, how you felt about the show, or if you have any questions, feel free to do so. Last thing, 708-223-8953 is the number that you can call in and if you have any questions or comments, or if you just want to give us a shout out. My first question is this, though, for you. If you're online or if you are on social media and you have experienced the motivating your money experience, like the Carte Blanche experience, I love the way she says that. If you've had an experience or experienced the motivating your money experience, say that 3 times. Then can you put a heart in the comment section? Can you give me a fist bump if you in the radio world? I want people to know that we've been helping people change their lives, change their perspectives, increase their dollar amount, increase their level of security, and actually establish a life of financial freedom that they never thought possible. My goal is to let you know, no matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, no matter what your reality looks like right now, you too can reach a life that's free of financial worry. And but the thing is, the fight is fixed. And many times we aren't even aware of the very powerful but hidden rules that we need to get us to that level of financial security. So it is my job for the past 10 years. I've been receiving awards and accolades because I speak and teach across the, I'm a national speaker and teacher about these 8 silent wealth killers and how they're affecting you every single day. 4 ways your money is being taken from you, and 4 ways you are giving your money away. And I want you to be aware of that. And then I want to equip you with the tools to take the next step, which is action. And so I've helped thousands of families to get to who are now on their way or have already gotten out of debt in 9 years or less without paying anything more than what they were paying when we sat down. And that does include their mortgage and their student loans. And they also have positioned themselves to receive paychecks and playchecks when they retire. That's monthly, guaranteed, tax free, and will last until the day they die. These are different qualities and processes and wealth principles and resources and tools that we didn't even know existed, much less who to ask about it. So, I want to know who just by brief circumstance or interaction with the lives, the input, the speaking events, the radio, any of that. Again, even if you're in the replay crew, can you make sure you put in the comment section so others can see that you have had a shift in your mindset or your dollar bank account or your perspective. Please. And also, because I support all entrepreneurs, if you're listening in social media, go ahead and put in the comment section or in the radio crew as well. Go ahead and put in the comment section some business that you own or something that you're selling, or are you, do you have a side hustle? What are you doing to use your gifts and your talents to help the masses? I definitely want to support you. So go ahead and put it in the comment section on the social media or on the in the comment section on Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio or YouTube as well, so everybody can be aware of what you do. We can't be secret agents, right? We got to get out there. We got to tell everybody what we're doing, and visibility is key. So use my platform to help you reach as many people as possible. All right, let's get into the content. If you're ready for the content, then can I get a one in the comment section? If you're ready for the content, one in the comment section. And if you're in a replay crew, yep, I'm paying attention to you. We still doing our fist bumps, virtual high fives. I can see you. I can feel you. All right, guys. So here we go. Again, we're talking about relationships and money, how your friendships, primarily this week, are affected by your money. First, I want to let you know about. I'm gonna do 5. On Sunday, I did 10. So today we're going to make sure we get to the point that we can talk about um some action steps that you can take today. So we're not going to go over everything that we went through on Monday, but will recap. And I started the show off with a few things for us to keep in mind on a general standpoint when it comes to people and our money, and what we should need to keep in mind to make sure we can alleviate or avoid these uncomfortable conversations or friction. So one, hope you got your pens. You got your pens? This learning, guys. You got your pens? Do you have your pens and your writing utensils? Did you share this broadcast out so others can benefit as well? That's your homework, first of all. All right, here we go. The first one. And it's going to sound like common sense, but when you think about it, like, wow, am I making sure I do this? Okay. Just be proactive and handle our relationships with care. So, one, be sure to be helpful but mindful. I was reminded that I have a tendency to I have a heart to serve and I want to help, but I can step on people's toes and I can forget about their boundaries. Let someone want the help. Let someone ask for the help. Let someone give you some type of green light, whether it's body language or actual physical, verbally, or, that they want help. I will just come in. I like to fix situations, but some people don't want to be fixed. And if you're too pushy, they don't want to be fixed by you, even if you have some valid information. So be sure to be helpful, but mindful. Because I was like, without saying any names, well, they're not here anyway. But I want to own my side of the conversation of the situation. I ended up the conversation apologizing profusely because I heard them talking about a conversation and I felt like I could help them. So after they became available, I immediately said, I heard you talking about this. I can help you get a pen and a paper. What? First of all, I wasn't even talking to you. Second of all, why are you so pushy? How you know I even want help? Maybe I already resolved the conversation and got help in the part that you didn't hear. So I'm speaking it to you, but I'm saying it so that I can hear it as well. Be helpful, but be mindful. We have to not be arrogant and be humble in any gifts that we have, guys. All right. Second one is don't be an enabler. Don't be an enabler. You have some friends and some family members who may not be money savvy, or may have not have chosen to make their finances a priority. And if they haven't, then they may be coming to you repeatedly asking you for money, or ask you to buy something, or asking to stay at your house, or a lot of different things that surround their financial situation. The more you just give in and do it because of, well, that no one else will, or that's my brother, or that's my child, or that's this or that, then they don't have the responsibility. The burden of responsibility is not on them. You're carrying them. And I understand who's going to say, no, it's cold outside. I live in the greater Chicago area and it was like negative 40 degrees. You know what I mean? So I understand that. But what can you do to make that conversation a little more uncomfortable for them, so maybe they'll start to think about it instead of so easily turning to you? We'll be talking about that later in the action steps. Two, don't use money as a form of control. Many times we don't even realize we're doing it. We just have an aura of ourselves, or in the middle of an argument, we'll say, well, I pay the boss to be the cost. You might pay the cost. You might be the breadwinner, but the person that you're with is still a human being, and that makes them feel a certain kind of way. So let's be mindful of that. And then when we do that, we wonder why it might bring friction later on. Well, what environment did I create with my words? That's all I'm saying. What environment did I create with my words? Another thing is, don't flaunt your money. We all want to look good. We all want to look appealing. We all want people to know that I worked hard to get to this situation, or buy this materialistic thing, or get this recognition, or this award, or this accolade. However, let's be mindful of the crowd that we're around. There's a time and a place for everything. When you're with people who aren't your level and they can appreciate the hard work and the effort that you've done, that you put in to accomplish the goal that you have, and they're sharing and you're sharing, and you guys are learning and growing together and planning your future steps, that's awesome. But when you're with someone or a group of people who aren't there yet, we can tend to make them feel a certain kind of way. And then we wonder why they shun us or shut us out. And we get that conversation, oh, you think you better than everybody. Are we giving that aura? Are we giving that aura? Are we? I had to learn this one way in speaking. I speak in different venues and on different levels. And someone was like, "Well, Stacey, you people aren't able to receive your message because you are talking like you're talking to a peer. Let's talk to somebody. Slow down and break it down, and make sure you're asking questions to make sure they're receiving it and not." Talking over their head. Otherwise, they're not going to even get the message. And your message is valuable. Just make sure you're matching your message to your audience. So let's make sure we're matching how we carry ourselves with whatever we have successfully accomplished to the audience that we're receiving. And the only reason why I'm saying this, guys, I'm not telling you to dummy down or dim your light. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying many times we want everyone to know that we've been successful. And how is that hurting the people that we're around? It's not our fault that it's hurting them, but if we care about not losing that friendship or causing more friction, then we might want to be mindful about what we're doing and how it's being received by others. With great accomplishments come great responsibilities. Okay, guys? So um don't be also, guys, last one. Don't push your money habits on others. All of these, just so that you know. Not only have my clients mentioned to me that this has been a problem with them, but I've also experienced it myself. And I love the way that I can go ahead and be transparent with you guys. Like, yes, I'm a wealth strategist and I'm an insurance broker, and I've been in the financial services industry for 10 years and national speaker, author, and all of that. But when I come to you on the radio show, guys, I'm coming to you as your financial friend. I had a 486 credit score. I had a bankruptcy, student loan defaulted, on the check system. I had a check system file, repossessed vehicles. That's S with the plural. Had to completely, rebuild my financial structure. Actually, I didn't have it at first. So I had to learn and then value and then work hard to build it up. So I come to you as a person who's been there. So I don't have a problem telling you the things that used to bring me shame, so that it can now be, opportunities for motivation and inspiration. And I've had to learn through all, because I was the person who, when I realized that credit repair was, you had laws and actual whole federal organization that help you remove negative items without having to pay. I wanted to tell the whole world. I was shoving it down your throats. And not everybody wants to go through the process. Credit just is not as important to some people as it is to others. And that's fine. I needed to learn that I need to let people get ready and get to that starting line when they're ready. I felt like, now that you should want to do something about it. Who am I to feel that way? I should not have that unreasonable expectation. Everybody has a choice and a speed that they choose to move in. And sometimes it takes us longer than others to swallow what it is that we just learned. Or do we want to receive it from the person who's talking to us? You know what I mean? Kind of like when we were younger and our parents would tell us something, and they're like, okay, ma, that was me. Okay, ma, okay, okay, okay. And then somebody else would tell me, and I'd be like, oh, for real? And what else? And I'm taking notes, and she'd come back to me, and she'd be looking at me. Well, you do know, she called me Shayla. My middle name's LaShonda. And she would say, you do know, Shayla, I told you that. Oh, well, no, ma, you did. She said, yes, I did. And I was like, I guess you did. And I would feel bad. I'm sorry, mom. I should have listened to you. By the way, but between the ages of 25 to 30, I think I had that conversation about 10 times, calling my mother like, I remember you told me this, and I just want to let you know I should have listened. And her eyes always bright up, but I needed to let her know, make that amends for being hard headed. I wouldn't have put her through the stress or myself through the stress of a lot of things I went through if I'd have just listened. But I digress. Let's see here. Um, Nicole Alexander says she's learning this right now. Good deal. Don't be an enabler. Thank you guys for helping me and putting the comments, um, in the, social media timeline so others can, experience it. All right. So don't forget, guys, we are available to answer any questions. If you, want to call in at 708-223-8953. This is Stacey Daniel. You are listening to the Motivate Your Money radio show, and we are on intellectualradio.com. You can find us Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're needing to listen to this a second time throughout the week, feel free to listen to the syndicated show on YouTube, which is Motivated. You can find me on all social media platforms at Motivating Your Money. So YouTube, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio as well. And you can even visit me on Instagram and LinkedIn at Motivating Your Money. All right, guys. Okay, so if you want the rest of the list of those general just precautions and things to remember when it comes to money to help avoid some of those uncomfortable conversations, you're going to have to go to the website. All right, guys. All right. So friends, again, we talked about friends, loved ones, which is family. We talked about, your significant other or your spouse, and we talked about your children. Those are the main four. Well, I guess, we can have coworkers too, but those are the main four relationships that we talked about and how they can all present different difficulties when it comes to money. So let's briefly go over them, just in case you missed the show, and then we'll give you the action steps. Today we are focusing on friends. Next week we'll be focusing on family. All right, guys, and then right after Valentine's Day we'll be focusing on spouse. What kind of uncomfortable relationships are you having with your spouse? Conversations are you having with your spouse? Statistics show that 46% of married couples have arguments regarding money, at least twice a week, and primarily about debt. So, maybe you're a spender and they're a saver. Maybe you're a hoarder and they're an investor. They want to take chances because of their future, different things. Maybe, you might have different money personalities. So, like, it's just like there's different, what is your love? I can't think of the name. What is your love personality, or what is your love tactic. I can't remember the name. I apologize. But many times you have, if you don't have that conversation while you're dating or early on, and now you want to build a solid foundation, you with someone and you like, damn, dag, they don't want to save anything. They just want to spend, spend, spend. And now they're hiding stuff and it's just different things. So we'll be addressing that. And then the last week of February, we'll be talking about money and children. You like teenagers. What should you be teaching your teenagers about money? How can you help them build their credit score before they're even able to get a credit card? And teach them about credit so that they don't go into debt like a lot of us. Did you know as of March of 2018, the United States of America's student loan debt reached 1.5 trillion with a T? Did you know that the world is in more debt? There's more debt dollars than there is money in the world. I'm going to repeat that. The total of debt for everybody in the world exceeds the total of money in the world. Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that and talk about that at a later time. All right, so okay, guys, if you're ready, if you ready to move to the section where we actually get some content about the different relationship dichotomies, can you go ahead and give me a fist bump? I know I can see you. I know I can feel you. If you're on social media, if you're listening, watching us live on YouTube, I'm gonna need you to put something in the comments too. We love you over there on YouTube. I'm trying to build up my YouTube channel, guys. I have like 24,000 followers across 3 social media platforms, but I've been neglecting YouTube. So I want the YouTube channel to evolve as well. So can you guys go ahead and leave a comment there if you're watching from YouTube? I'm gonna go ahead and wave because you can see me. Hey, because we are on video as well. If you guys want to, well, you're watching it on social media. So, all right. So, friends, the underlining reason why we are afraid to reach out to get new friends, guys, when we realize that our current friends may not be going where we want to go, when we realize they're not accepting what we're trying to teach them after we've learned something, when we realize that the friends that we've known the longest might not necessarily be the friends that are going to take us the furthest, and we stick and stay because one, we have a fear that we may not be accepted in new circles. And this is kind of piggybacking on the whole hashtag no new friends thing. You know, I failed to mention that. I don't understand the whole no new friends thing. So I'm sorry I skipped that. No new friends makes no sense to me. If your current friends aren't going down the lines that you want to go and you have a desire to do more and do better for yourself and make your finances a priority, we may find that's one reason why we may find ourselves in an uncomfortable conversation with them. So, you know, for a couple of reasons why we don't reach out is fear of being accepted by the new circles, fear of how old friends will react. There's a safety net there. Fear of the new people finding out our financial insecurities, and fear of moving out of our comfort zone. All right, I wanted to point that out that it's okay to get new friends, and don't be afraid. Essentially, okay, so crabs in a barrel. Crabs in a barrel. That mentality means, you know, we stay stuck. I just talked about the 4 reasons. I started with the 4 reasons why we don't move around, even though we find. Let me ask you this, you know, have you noticed that you wanted to start down the line of being an entrepreneur? If you wanted to secure your retirement, maybe you wanted to find yourself becoming debt free. You realize this is I'm in a circle. I'm hustling. Hashtag hustle is dead, and I want to do more. And you bring up the conversation to your friends, and they laugh at you, or they say, "Man, that's not for me. That's for the people who make a lot of money." Or, man, I'm not even worried about that right now. I'm worried about this sports or this girl and, you know, I'm having relationship problems. They're making, or I just want to get to work every day. You know, um, they have a right to not want to grow, but you have a right to grow as well. So I want to help you alleviate that crab in a barrel mentality. They may make you feel self-conscious or guilt trip you. And how you avoid that is those 4 fears that I just mentioned. Don't let those fears consume you and stop you from moving towards the direction in which you want to go in. So what are some tips that you can do? That's what we were listening. That's what we're wanting. What are some tips that you can do to make sure How about, oh, here we go. Here, what I have my speaking notes and I dropped them. So, what are some tips that you can take to make sure that you don't find yourself in that crossword? Like, what do I do to move forward? What do I do to move forward? Here we go. The first tip, guys, don't push or expect them to grow with you. If you care about that friendship, allow them to take baby steps. Understand that their fear of losing you. This is number two. Understand that their fear of losing you may be causing them to act out. Understand that their fear of losing you may be causing them to act out. Three, don't allow money to break your friendship by having unrealistic expectations. If they borrow money from you and then they don't pay it back and you're upset about that, and now you want to not be their friend, if you value them as a friend, no, to not lend them any money anymore. Two, let it go and keep your friend, because you already knew that they didn't know how to manage their money when you gave it to them. So did you have an unrealistic expectation that they were going to be able to pay you back if they've been borrowing or not managing or keep barely making it, or they like to not even barely making it? I have some successful people that are my clients, and they just seem to, they have these ideas and they want to invest, and they put all of their cash into their products. So whether it's houses or, they're trying to flip a house, just different clients do the same thing. They're trying to flip a house, so they put all their money in their houses, or they own cars, so they put all their money in their new inventory, or, and I asked them, you tied up all of your what's the radio? Oh, we have a caller, guys. One second. Thank you for calling the Motivating Your Money radio show. This is Stacey Daniel. Max, who's calling and where you're from?
Hi, Stacey. It's Kim from Chicago. How are you?
I am awesome, Kim from Chicago. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am enjoying the show's topic. It is definitely near and dear to my heart since I'm a fixer as well. Um, but I had a question for you.
Okay.
You're talking about kind of strategies or action items to deal with maybe friends or family members that aren't ready to kind of where you're growing.
Yes.
How do you, if it's a family member, how do you make that distinction or kind of draw that line in the sand while maintaining the relationship?
Now, can you clarify that a little bit? What do you mean drawing the line? I'm not going to borrow you. I'm not going to lend you any more money? Or
right.
Okay. Well, so we are talking about friends today, families next week, but I will answer your question. So very briefly, and then I'm gonna let you go. And if you have another question, you can call in, but I want to make sure. Okay. So I appreciate you calling for sure. Let's see how I want to answer that. We have to be okay with having boundaries. And then we have to make the family member, especially the family member, when we have a little more leeway, make them feel uncomfortable. So if they keep coming to you, asking you for money, they have invited you into their business. So you can be like, well, what did you do with your money that you had? Don't you work? Or if they don't work, well, how many resumes have you sent out today or this week? What are you doing with the money that you do make? When you spend, are you doing a lot of shopping? I see you. They're gonna be like, wait, hold on, you all in my business. Like, well, you all in my pocket. I don't want to help you. I don't want to leave you out there. But now this has become our business. So let's help you get into a better financial situation. What kind of, have you heard that you can make money online and it doesn't require any investment? Let me give you a resource of somebody I know that we have a whole Motivating Your Money Facebook group where we talk about different tips and tricks how we can grow our score, so we can get some, credit to help us extend our business if that's what we want to start, or, just learning about passive income and monetizing our gifts. Let me go ahead and bring you on my circle. You know what? Let's meet every Thursday. This is just an example. I don't know how far you want to go. Let's have a phone call every Thursday to help you with your plan. Don't worry. I understand. I was a person. And you know what? I have a friend. She said the same thing. She didn't always make money a priority, but we had to learn and we took baby steps. So let's come on over here with me and let's take these baby steps together. So yes, I'm going to give you this money, but it's going to come with attachments. We're going to help you. I'm going to hold your hand. And when they started to reluctantly move away or avoid your phone call, then you you know I've done my job. Not only have I given you food to eat, I've also offered to teach you how to fish. And the burden is now on them to either learn, because many of us didn't have money conversations growing up, and so we don't know any better. So, but a lot of us want to know. So either they'll have the desire to learn, or they'll move away and find someone else. And you have now removed the burden off your shoulder. Your conscience is clear. You helped them this one time, and you gave them a game plan to help get them in a better situation long term. And you offered your time and your energy as well, and your resources. So you be clear at that point.
Yeah, that's helpful.
And I would write it down just to let you know, to give you more specific for anybody that's listening. This goes for you guys as well. This goes for our children, our spouses. It's a little different with their spouses, but I'll go into more detail about that as weeks to come. But you can write down your game plan, because I tell you now, that's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. Whatever, guys, as I was listening off with the friends, it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation. So have your game plan and your questions ready. Write it down when you're not around them, so you're not talking off the cuff, and you know what questions you want to ask, and the conversation goes slowly. You might even want to practice it, because otherwise you're going to continue to feel uncomfortable when these conversations with either your spouse or your kids or your friends or your family come up. How am I going to be proactive and help them and protect me at the same time? Let me devise a plan now. And when you come, they're going to be like, you're going to pull out a whole paper like, okay, you know what? I was prepared for this, and I'd like to help you. I've been thinking about you. You have been on my heart. And yes, you have been on my heart, and I want to help you more than just immediate satisfaction. I need to give you long-term financial relief. Let's sit down.
Okay. Love it. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. You are quite welcome. Thank you so much for calling in. Call in anytime you want. Go ahead and leave a comment and forward this out. Make sure you share the broadcast out. All right, Kim from Chicago?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was a great question. Let me know if you in the hashtag replay crew, or if you on iHeartRadio.com or Spreaker.com or YouTube. Can you guys leave in the comment section what you thought about that response? Can you also tag anybody you know might need those tips? Because that was a very important question, very crucial. I think we all have experienced that. I know some people that's experiencing it right now that need that information, and just those action steps on how they can get past that uncomfortable situation, because it keeps coming. And let me tell you this, I'm an only child, so we only children, or those who know we have an enabler, we know how to push your buttons without you knowing it. We know how to be manipulative and word things just a certain way, give you the look. We know how to tug at your heart, because usually you and I say this in the highest on the highest level. I'm not speaking down to you. I'm just, helping us. We're all about money, motivation, and mindset. So let me say this. This usually means that we have some type of codependency. We are an enabler, or we have a self-esteem concern. We're worried about not being accepted. We have some abandonment issues. We're worried about, if I say this, you're not going to, I'm going to be shunned in the family, so it's okay to have healthy boundaries. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So say what you mean what you say, and say, but don't say it mean. So by us preparing it and thinking it out, we're able to project what we think is going to happen in this conversation. Though they may surprise us, but it's just easier to go through. All right, guys. All right. So let's get back to the tips. If this was good to you guys, can I get a comment? Can I get a heart? Can I get a heart in the or a smiley face in the comment section? Help me with the engagement, guys. Can you get the fist up? I know you guys in Radio Land, you just paying attention and you're nodding your head. You know how the pastor say, talk to your neighbor next to you. I don't know who's next to you, but let's nod our head and give ourselves an air high five. That was a real good question. Thank you, Kim, again for calling in. All right. So again, if you love that, put love that, or put a smiley face in the comment section so others will know that that you've been appreciating this information. All right, guys. Again, this is Stacy. My name is Stacy Daniel, and this is the Motivating Money Radio Show. And we are on intellectualradio.com. And we can be found on Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're liking what you're hearing, I do need to let you guys know everybody who listens to the broadcast is eligible for, not eligible, but you automatically get it because you're part of the Motivating Money family. You get a 15-minute free consultation. Help me. I want to help you brainstorm your next financial footsteps. We're all moving towards our 2020 vision, and many times you don't want to call in, you don't want to leave a comment, but you feel and you're excited about what's being said. And if that's the case, guys, I want you to reach out to me. So go ahead and you can dial 708-794-6849. 708-794-6849. If you're computer savvy, you want to get your name on my calendar, that'll be just fine. And you can go to bit.ly/motivating your money. bit.ly/motivating your money. I do respond to all comments. So if you want to inbox me via social media, please feel free to do so. I like to connect with all of my Motivating Your Money family members because in our social media Facebook group, in our Facebook group, which is called Motivating Your Money, we have about 680 members and we're active and we are growing and taking this journey to financial freedom together. And we welcome you. But just about everybody in there, I've had a communication with via inbox or on the phone at one time or another. So I welcome you to the team. Come on in. Don't silence. Don't suffer in silence, and don't just keep doing the status quo in silence as well. Thinking, oh well, when the time get better, I'll do this. When this get better, it'll never be a perfect time. It's never going to be a perfect time. You're never going to make enough money. You're never going to, your kids are never going to be completely out of your hair, or your health is perfect. It's always going to be something. So join that journey. Take that journey with a group of people that are supporting you. They're sharing, they're being vulnerable, and they're supporting you. And they look for that same support along the way. And that's what we're building. The Motivating Your Money movement is real, guys. So let's go ahead and keep going with the more friend action steps. It looks like I'm not going to get done with all of the friend action steps, guys. So do you remember that you can always go to my website and get the latest broadcast and whatever tips and tricks I talked about in the broadcast that maybe I wasn't able to finish, because I want you to have all this knowledge. And just keep doing that, guys, because each broadcast I don't want to just give you the information. I want to give you something to step into action and resolve it. So I'll always have tips, 5 steps, 4 tips, something. So get in the habit of preparing to get that when Wednesday come. All right, classes and session. All right, here we go. Making sure I'm not missing anything. All right, thank you for all the hearts, guys. Wow, we have a lot of interaction. We'll make sure you're sharing this out. If you guys are just tuning in, make sure you're sharing it out. If you have a business, go ahead and put that in the comment section. And the comment section means social media or YouTube or Spreaker.com or iHeartRadio. Put the comments and let us know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, so let's talk about the next step. Number 4, we said don't push them, then expect them to grow with you. First of all, we did say just because the friends that you've known the longest does not mean they may not be the friends that will take you the furthest in your venture. So accept that and be okay with it. But they still may be valuable. I'm not gonna say leave your friends alone altogether. I've been knowing we've been through. That's my ace boom coon, as she would say. And I'm not gonna judge you because we all have our ups and our downs and our flies. We all got some stuff with us. And if finances isn't your thing and you're not ready to step into that arena, even though there's a whole financial literacy movement, guys, if you're not, I still value you as a friend. Loyalty is hard to find. So we can't just be jumping ship, you know what I mean, until they're ready. But we can do other little things strategically, and that's what we're talking about. All right, so don't push them. Don't have unrealistic expectations. So don't continue to give your money if you know that they're not trying to learn. Just like what Kim just asked, and they're not receiving you, then you need to still be able to let them know I value your friendship, but I don't want to continue to give you money if you don't want to learn with me at your pace. We can go at your pace, but I want to start helping you make some shifts. And they're not willing to do that, then you can't just keep giving them your money. Also, all right, and don't get mad if they don't give you your money back and you lent them something that last time, but don't expect them to give it to you the next time. So stop giving it to them. All right, the next one, guys, focus on how your life has been changing. Focus on the feeling instead of coming around and say, oh man, I got this new building and I got 15 units and I got business credit and, I'm growing and this and that. And my score, I'm in the 700 club. All that means nothing to a person who's not quite sure that they even want to, because there are four horsemen while we don't change our financial situation, even though we need to. And many times that's plaguing us and it's stopping us in our tracks, even though we can see clearly that we need to be doing something different. And if that's them, guys, make sure you're aware of that. So fear, shame, money, and time are usually the four horsemen. So you need to do something. Those are all feelings and emotions. So what can you do to circumvent that and be able to access their heart and not their mind? The flashy thing, either if you keep flashing, or talking about how far you're growing, they're gonna be resentful. They may stop accepting your phone call. So what you can do is say, man, I feel so much better in my security now. I know that if something happens to me, my family will be okay. That's tugging at their heartstrings. And they're gonna be like, man, I want that too. It's all about attraction rather than promotion. We want to make people want to learn more instead of being a hard salesman. I did that when I first got saved. Let me tell you about Jesus. Let me tell you about Jesus. You need to come to church with me. And everybody like, oh Lord, no. What kind of church you go to? So don't be that pushy person with anything. And I'm telling you, when I'm very passionate, if you haven't noticed. So when I get something and I get it I have a great understanding of it. I want the whole world to get it. And so I used to and I still can, just be out there just blasting it and not respecting the fact that I may be stepping on people's toes. So let's be strategic. We're salesmen, whether you realize it or not. You sell the dinner that you went to, you sell the restaurant, you sell that clothes, that bag, that vacation spot. You sell all the time with something you like. So let's learn how to use those tactics that salesmen use to attract people. Don't like when you go in the store, like, you need some help? No, I'm good, I'm just looking. You need some help? No, I'm good, I'm just looking. Hey, you need some help? Dude, if you don't stop following me, you know what I mean? Don't be that person. But be available when they need you to. So I digress. Start to talk about how you feel, the sunshine in your eye. Oh wow, my daughter won't have to worry about the clothes that she wears when she goes to school, because I'm gonna make sure I have her a college savings, or she's not gonna worry about trying to go to a community college, which is no, I'm not complaining about community colleges. If we press the issue of the importance of community colleges more, we wouldn't have so much student loan debt, I believe, because you can have a craft and go just as far or further, making lots of money and helping your community on a large scale. So don't get me wrong, that's just an example. I might not would have stayed in state if I would have had the money to go out of state. So I know how that felt. I really had my eye on Georgia Tech. Just an example. I've never lived in Atlanta, but I did go to University of South Carolina. So go Gamecocks. Shameless plug. My whole point is you can use that as a talking point to your friends to draw them in, attraction rather than promotion. All right. The next one, lift your friends up regarding their talents and their gifts. Not of all of us realize that, and we'll be going. I'll be getting ready to wind down the show in about 2 minutes, guys. So if you have any comments or questions, make sure you put them in there. Let me put my contact information out there one last time, though. It's 708-794-6849, 708-794-6849, or go to bit.ly/motivating your money, bit.ly/motivating your money. And for those of us who aren't that computer savvy yet, go to www.financialmotivations with an s.com/motivating your money. www.financialmotivations.com /motivating your money. Or you just real quick inbox me. Okay, because if you listen to this, you have some way to reach out to me, and I have my links everywhere. So this will be the last one, guys. Don't lift them up. Show them that they have some gifts and some talents, and help them realize how they can monetize that. Today is 2019. I know that we might be listening to the show later, but right now, today, it is February 19th, and it's February 6th of 2019, and it is the year of entrepreneur. You can monetize your gifts online. People will pay for your strengths, your weaknesses, your failures. You can start to monetize what you're doing online. It doesn't cost you anything. You can have money in your bank account, more money in your bank account when you wake up than when you had when you went to sleep. And it doesn't cost you anything. I need to go ahead and stress that. If you want to know how to make paychecks and playchecks right now and when you retire, if you want to know how to get out of debt, if you want to know how to fill that gap between your expenses and your income, and you're not quite sure how to monetize this thing called social media, join us in motivatingmoney.com. But if you tell them, did you know somebody, you already know how to make the great barbecue sauce. If you put together a recipe, did you know people will pay for that for you? Let's go ahead and put that on an ebook for you. We talk more about that in detail in our Motivating Your Money Family Facebook group, but you can monetize everything you have. All we need to do is sit down and think about it. But realistically, guys, many of us can't think about the things that we have that God has given us, our gifts and our talents, because we have distraction and doubts due to our money situation. And that's why I do what I do. I want you to no longer have that money distraction. So let's get our money situation under wraps so we can start helping others live their fullest purpose. All right. So you tell somebody how they can monetize their gifts and their talents, their eyes are gonna open. They're like, for real? People buy that? Yes, honey. Let me show you where you go. And you bring them to the community. All right, guys. I think we went over 5. I actually have 13 total. If you're wanting to know more, because this coming Sunday, we're gonna be on to a newer, greater conversation. Still relationships and money. All of February, relationships and money. Let me mention this in the Motivate Your Money Academy, which is a place that you can learn how to grow your score, repair your score. You can learn how to make more money. You can learn how to get out of debt, stay out of debt, and you can learn how to better manage your money on a monthly basis. Because if you fix your credit and learn how to manage your money, your whole life will change. I have one centralized location where you can go to get all of that, and you can do it for $1 for 7 days, 70 videos, 40 PDFs. Please come and join us in the Motivate Your Money Academy. If you are interested, we also have a special guest that's coming up next Friday, the 18th. She is a relationship expert. Her name is Anita Charlot, and she's going to be talking about how to gain and how to maintain healthy relationships. I told you this is February. We all about relationships, guys. All right, so my name is Stacey Daniel. This is the Motivating Your Money radio show. We are on intellectualradio.com, and this show has been brought to you by the Carte Blanche Events LLC. And that is they are Chicago's premier event planning and facilitation company. We are the catalyst that transcends mundane experiences into carte blanche experiences. Again, this is their tagline, and I love it, guys. Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. Exclamation point. And you can reach them, guys, an experienced facilitator. You can reach them for a free quote at 312-239-6925, extension 102. 312-239-6925, extension 102, and their name is Ebony and Kimberly Purnell. We are on the intellectualradio.com, and you can hear us on iHeartRadio. You can also hear us on Spreaker.com. If you're in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, come out and see me this weekend, guys. This Sunday at the Black Wall Street Exchange, brought to you by Rose Tax Solutions. It is February 10, 2019, Greenwood Cultural Center, Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right, guys, that's my show. That's my content. We're going to go ahead. We come in with a little bit of music. We're going to go out with a little bit of music. I just love this music, guys. It's my theme song. So let's jam a little bit. Hey. Movie Italian. Hey. Movie Italian. Movie Italian. Thank you for joining, guys. See you Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have any questions, you have any follow-up, go ahead and reach out to me, and I'll talk to you soon. 708-794-6849. 708-794-6849. bit.ly/motivating your money. Have a good night. Bye.